We are live here with the Black Motivation Broadcast. We're here with K Goddess, Rap Goddess Extraordinaire. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, for sure. Yes, you've been featured on hip hop since 1987, World Star Hip Hop Mademoiselle. You've been featured in a lot of places. You've been doing a lot of things. Okay? And you are a star fantasy coming to solidify your place in the rap hip hop space. Tell us a little bit about your new record, Jackie Rob, and why paying homage to Black culture in our music is important.
Okay, I just dropped a new single called Jackie Robinson. The song is really it's a self-explanatory title. The videos about me on the baseball field. I shed light on Jackie Robinson. We're also shedding light on female rappers in the industry because like the same way Jackie Robinson dealt with many contributions and came to many close ends. That's what we go through
Yeah.
else in the rap industry. It's really important to me to shed light on Black culture and what's going on
Mhm.
today. Because a lot of people don't speak on it. A lot of people scared to. A lot of people have ideas and their team shut them down. So I just feel like I'm here,
Mm.
an authentic rapper, and I'm just here to tell my story and to shed light on what I go through and how it is in the industry.
Yes, Miss Lady. Okay, I hear you. Let's do this, shall we? And so tell us a little bit how you got started with rapping.
I've always rapped my whole life. Growing up in Brownsville, I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
Growing up in Brownsville, it's not many ways to get out of the hood. You either play a
Mm.
sport, you rap, or it's two ways out of there. That's what a lot of people say.
Yeah.
That down. And I started really young. My mother was a rapper. I have rappers and people that's in my family.
Mm.
What really take rap serious was about a few years ago, 4 years ago. This summer makes 4 years exactly.
Hey.
Yeah, makes 4 years exactly. I was just tired of being where I was at, and I knew I had the image, and I knew I had
Mhm.
the family. I was like, it's time for me to just take it serious.
Yes. So exciting. When you have that family, when you have that support system around you, it's really easier to get into the game. It might not be easier to stay in the game, which is what you're doing. You're maintaining and staying. But at
Yeah.
least it's easier to get into the game, right? And you mentioned this, you're a Black female from the hood, you have had less resources coming to the game than some of our, other counterparts. Let's just put it that way, right?
Hmm.
As Jackie Robinson and so many of our heroes and sheroes did, they experienced that as well, coming up in the industries that they were in. And so, how much do you think grit and determination played a factor in what you were doing, and how much do you think other factors helped you to succeed?
Determination definitely plays a factor in me trying to move forward. As far as anybody else, whenever I really listened to everybody else, my career just wasn't moving.
Mm,
I really took the initiative and to follow my career the way that I want to follow it and just allow it to be in God's hand, so to say.
yes.
My career has just been it's been flourishing. But when I really
Mm,
just like to certain politics and see the issue in this music industry is a lot of people they'll see somebody blow a certain
mm,
type of way. They think that's the blueprint for everybody to blow. And the thing
mm,
is you can't follow nobody else's path. You can't follow nobody else's blueprint because everybody's success is different and everybody blow
yes.
is different.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to stay focused.
Hey, stay focused for sure. Yes, whatever lane you're in, that's one of the key things is staying focused on your lane, right? How you operate and how you're getting to the top. So I
Yeah.
completely agree with that 100% for sure. And so when it comes to your career, what are some of your favorite moments? What are some of the favorite things that you've experienced?
When it comes to my career, a favorite moment, I would have to say like shooting music videos, seeing it
Yeah.
come alive. I direct all of my music videos, performances, shows, and I guess the process of having people sleep on you for so long and then you're finally getting your credit. So that's what I'm at right now. Is just it's amazing.
Yes, and I'm so proud of you. I've heard a little bit of your story, right? As you mentioned, you were in sports and then you moved into rap. So, you had a different journey, but it's your journey and you made it. You pushed through, you succeeded. Like you said, that determination, you know what I mean, is what helped you get to the top. And so, what do you feel are some of the commonly held misconceptions about female rappers that you would like to
Um,
dispel?
That we're not smart enough to write our own raps. I don't know why people think female rappers
Right?
stop writing their own 2000s, but
Yeah.
that's what people think.
Mm.
That female easy to get over on.
Mm.
And when I feel like when dudes are in this industry, a lot of people commend them for being
Mm.
stern and for being hard. But when it comes to being a female rapper, people come at us for being hard, or
Hmm.
the way that we talk, or
Right.
having being stern. So
I totally agree. You know what I mean? There's a fine line you got to walk, across the entertainment industry where men can get away with things that we may not necessarily be able to, you know. And
mhm.
so we really just have to continue to push and continue to thrive. And like you said, do it in your own way, do it in your own lane, and not apologize, right, for who you are and for how you are, for sure. Never apologize.
Yeah.
And so, what would you tell yourself if you reach back and talk to younger you, younger K Goddess, at the beginning of your career?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. It was breaking up.
Sure. I was saying, what would you tell yourself if you could reach back and talk to younger you at the beginning of your career?
I would tell myself to stay patient. Everything is gonna fall into place. Stay focused and don't give up, because my younger self really wanted to give up a lot of times.
Yeah. And I've heard, like I mentioned, I've heard a little bit of your story, when you were playing basketball and you had to choose between your basketball and your career, right? And where you were trying to go. And you had to make that decision for yourself. So talk a little bit about that, right? When you were in school and you had to make that transition.
Yeah, when I was in school, I really didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice at all. So it wasn't really like a choice for me to choose between basketball and my career. Basketball got taken away from me because I was working, I was a bartender in a strip club, and they thought that I was a stripper. So when it comes to that, I really didn't have a say so.
Right. And all of us have moments in time where we don't have a say in where the direction our life is going, and we have to make choices made for us, right? We don't always get the opportunity to make a choice. But what you did, you made a choice, you pivoted, you survived and thrived. And I want to just honor you and give you, your roses, right? For being able to do that. Because not a lot of people can. Like you said, you might have given up if you didn't have that determination we were talking about earlier. But instead, now look at you. Now look
Yeah.
at where you are. Like I said, surviving and thriving and on top, by the way.
Yes, we outside.
Yes, ma'am. And so we're going to get to a fun portion of the interview. It is new for the Black Motivation broadcast, called the Rapid Fire Questions. We're going to ask you 4 questions. You got 5 seconds to answer, 20 seconds total. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First question, Isley Brothers or Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Pepperonis or sausage on pizza?
Pepperoni.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Ooh, Michael Jackson.
Michael. Whitney Houston's music or Bobby Brown's music? We recently had, those hot topic about Bobby Brown. So who would you choose?
Oh, damn. I'm going to have to go with Bobby.
You have to go with Bobby. Your last guest went with Bobby too, so you're in good company, right? So let's talk about it, a little bit about it. Isley Brothers or Earth, Wind, and Fire? Why did you choose Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I'm sorry, you breaking up.
Sure. I was saying between the two, Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Why did you choose Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Because my grandmother loved Earth, Wind, and Fire. She loves them.
Yes, I did too. That would have been my choice as well. Yes, I love listening to their records, and I would have chosen them as well. And then Prince or Michael Jackson? Why did you choose Michael?
Michael Jackson, that's the king of pop. Like that's the king.
No contest, right? No contest.
No contest. If it was somebody else against Prince, I would have chose Prince. But come on. But they both. But MJ got it.
Yeah, for sure. And then Whitney versus Bobby. Why did you choose Bobby?
Because Bobby got them songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? My man's on the stage. Yeah.
Yes.
Bobby
I feel you for sure, for sure. Well, unfortunately, we have reached the end of this week's episode, but I want to thank you so much for joining us, for popping on, and for bringing the sauce, for bringing your flavor to the Black Motivation broadcast. But before we let you go, what words of motivation would you like to leave our audience with on this episode?
My words of motivation to the females: make sure you stay motivated, you stay dedicated, and you keep your legs closed. And to the males, yes, and stay.
Amen. All right. And so, what's coming up next for you, and how can we share, follow, and support it on social media and the web?
I have so much coming up. I'm about to drop a new tape. I'm about to drop my single coming out, Trust Nobody. That'll be out May 1st. Me and my team, we're just traveling all over, doing different interviews. We're doing different stops. And, the goal is to have K Goddess everywhere. I'm the only goddess in the rap game at the moment. And the goal is to just push.
Yes. Well, let's push it real good, right? Get everybody to get on these social media platforms, to get on this website, to get on this music, listen out for Jackie Robinson, and listen out for this new single that will be coming out as well. Thank you so much for joining us, K Goddess.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Well, this has been an awesome episode. We are out, y'all. Thank you.